Hey everybody, Lamar from Prairie Creek Ponds. We are out here in Wills Point, East Texas, east of Dallas. And I wanted to show you what we were able to complete. So we have a customer that had a landscaper say, I can do your pond. And for those of you that don't know, I hear that a lot, and we're usually then option 2 because it's easier to find a landscaper than it is to find a water feature builder and artist. But thankfully we were able to connect and make some much needed upgrades. So I'm gonna turn this camera around, show you guys what we did. All right, so I'm gonna start at the top of the stream. The one thing I will give the landscaper credit is I think they did a pretty good job on this upper waterfall section. Typically we like to berm it out a little bit further just to naturalize it, but they've gotten a few plants back there, but a nice looking waterfall. And then you have a stream way down. There's like a little pooling area down there, but there were a few things that the client wasn't happy with. One of them was external pumps. These things were noisy as could be. They'd be out here hanging out at the pool and all you hear is eh. This is a bigger issue here. These pumps are so loud. So what we did is we came in, dug out that plumbing and made connections down here. They're going to be able to get rid of those pumps. They're probably going to keep one for the backup on the pool if that ever goes out. We got kind of a little bog / pooling area down here, and this stream's probably about 100 feet. But what we did instead of those external pumps is we came in, we had to dig up the plumbing in a few areas to kind of figure out where and how they ran things. But on this back side here, they had 2 pumps and needed 2 pumps because of all the waterfalls. But what we did is we did a skimmer there, but then back behind this rock, there are also aqua blocks and then a pump vault down there that houses the second pump, and that also is our intake bay. So we got that installed, ran our plumbing back behind the biofalls, reconnected before, and I'll try to add a picture of what was here. It was basically a pile of flagstone with some drooly pipes that were just trickling down. We came in, we added some more sound by increasing the flow rate. And also they had installed no filter on this, so they were dealing with water quality. We just got finished with this thing. I think it was Friday night they were able to turn it on. Today is Monday morning and the thing is already clear. So they are dealing with a tiny bit of hydrostatic pressure down there, which always kind of wants to move those rocks out of the way. So what I like to tell people is if you're going to do a pond that's 3 feet deep, you should put an under drain system in your pond where basically water underneath the liner can come out to like a sump system and then pumped out from underneath the liner. And then they have like a little dry creek bed, which we tied our overflow into. So when they get big, heavy rains, this pond will overflow and move that water out into the pasture there. But yeah, so we did it in phases. This phase was before they had a party and a wedding out here. It looked a little drooly, but that's because we had some limitations on our pipe sizing. And then we came back about a month later once all the parties were done and added this section over here. And so we increased the pipe size, which then in turn increased our flow and our filtration. And then we came in with some plants which over time are really going to fill out, also increase that filtration, naturalize some of these rocks. She's an awesome gardener, so I'm looking forward to see like what they do with some of the area that we had to use our machines in. She's got some plants already over here that are ready to go in. So yeah, let us know what you think. If you have any questions, let us know. If you like the video, if you like the upgrades, give us a like. If this is your first exposure or you've been stumbling onto our videos, subscribe. And we just want to post and show customers what can be done, what pond's done right, is all about. And also I like this little dolphin. They had a little statue. And so we like to incorporate, you know, if you have something that has some meaning or you like, we can sometimes incorporate like some other fountains into the system as well. So anyways, with that, I'm gonna get going and on to the next project.